Hey crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and welcome today to the Friday free play. I'm so excited it's Friday, and do you know that Penny's here? If you don't know, now you know. She's sitting to my right, but she's going to be quiet because she's going to come on the live right after this one. So if you're new to my channel, this is a series that is using dark cardstock, that kind of thing. We went through a couple of them. You want to check them out. I think this is number 4, but I'm not positive. I'm a little bit out of whack and super excited. But we're going to be doing Kraft today, and I'm going to show you how you can just color on Kraft, and it turns out fantastic. So here are 2 examples. We're going to do the bird together today. And then, of course, it doesn't take that long to color these. So when I'm done, we're going to create some cards with that. So I want to say hi to Sharon and W. Bailey. Hello. We're in Central Standard Time Zone. Central CST, Central Standard Time. That's a really good question. Were you going to log on and moderate too? Okay, cool. I don't see you yet.
That's because it's restarting.
My other computer is super slow. Super slow. Hi, Barbara. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and stamp this one and get started. I've already pulled out all the colors that I used for this, although you can use any colors you want. I'm actually using a set of Prisma color. Here's what my case looks like. Prisma color Premier colored pencils. They're super nice. Oh, Barbara, good idea. Hi, Monica, Rosie. Hello, hello. I want to catch as much as possible of the garage sale tomorrow morning. Oh, 2 hours ahead of you. Okay, so if we're going at 10, you'll be up at 8. It's going to run quite some time, so don't worry. You don't have to be on at the very first start. You'll get to see some of it for sure. So Prisma colors is what we're using today. I pulled out the colors that I'm using. I also will probably be using this pencil a bit. If you don't have this one, I would really recommend getting one. I don't know that I have this one linked, so I'll have to get this linked below. It's a Prisma color colorless blender. See if I can get that a little closer for you. Colorless blender. Okay, and this is what it looks like. It looks almost like a light grayish, but it's not gray, it's completely clear. So when I rub it on there, you can see it's just barely visible, almost like a dust, right? It's going to help you blend your colors together, which is how I got the nice blended look on this bird. Did not have any luck with the black cardstock. You didn't? What'd you use on it, Rosie? Hi, Annie from UK. Okay, so I'm going to move these guys off to the side. We're going to be using those in a bit, and we're going to go ahead and stamp this bird. Hopefully I get a good stamping here. I should, because I just tried them out. Oh, and I'm wearing the trolls today. You see their little fuzzy troll heads? They're awesome. I'm going to tilt this in the light, make sure that I see that shine over everything so that I know I got ink on every part of it. Because I don't want to have to try to put this one back down. I could if I used a Stamp-O-Majig, but I did so well the first time, I think this will turn out just fine. There's not a lot in this corner, so if I push on this corner, it's going to rock. Hey, Cindy. Monica. Who else am I missing? Suzette. There we go. Just as nice as the first one. This is not all going to come off of here, but I'm going to give it a quick wipe with a wet wipe here. Just take off most of the ink in case I put it on another piece of paper or I put it away and it touches something that excess ink isn't going to wipe off. Do you see how it's stained now? That's okay. They're tools, not jewels, right? I wish I could recall who told me that. Thanks, Cindy. You're so sweet. Most of the markers. Rosie, you used most of the markers in Crayola. Do you use Crayola coloring Most of them make her. I'm not sure what you use. Can you tell, Rosie, can you tell me, did you use colored pencils? Or did you use markers, and what brand? Like the Crayola, was that a Crayola colored pencil? Suzette, the next garage sale is tomorrow! I'm so excited. See, Barbara knows. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., 10 a.m. All right. This is how it looks originally. I got a little hand in the middle of my screen. I got to move my mouse. Here's how it originally looks on Kraft. And that's how it's going to look when we're done. Well, approximately, because I don't know if I'm going to color it exactly the same. But that's what we're shooting for, right? Here's another one that turned out really cute. It's just that it took me a while to color her, and I wanted to make sure that I had time to color the whole thing. And then make some cards out of it. Suzette says, I'll be at church. Shucks. Well, there is, it's definitely going to go longer than church. So it's going to go from probably like 10 to 2, take a break, and then we're going to go right back at it. So it's going to be hours long, like a whole day. So just jump in when you can. Barbara Eastock wants to know, hey, is there a cheaper alternative to gelatos? Yes. They're called creamy crayons. If you go in through any link just in my description box below, I'll get credit. I do affiliate through them. And look up creamy crayons. You'll find that they're much cheaper than gelatos. Good question. I'm going to get coloring here. I'm going to do these little flowers first. And a lot of times I don't color my images the way they should be colored. I color them the way I want them to look, or I want them to be colored. So I'm going to use these three. Let's see. I did a little bit of white. I'll tell you what the colors are. A little bit of white, a little bit of peach, and a little bit of rose. White, peach, and rose, okay? So I'm going to start off with the white, and as you can see in the already done one, I did the white towards the middle with it darkening as it goes out. And I'm not doing anything fancy. All you guys could totally jump in and do this. I'm sure there are some of you that have done this before that are like, oh, I could do a much better job. The more you play with them and the more you use them, the better you're going to become at them. So it's totally up to you how much you want to practice doing it. But I'm doing a technique where I'm just going to rub them out, you know, blend them out together. And I'm just laying down a little bit of white on the inside of each petal first. Oh, don't forget, if you want to join in on the garage sale tomorrow, if you've been to a couple of them and you know we have your information, get a hold of us and let us know you're coming. If you've never been in on one, or you've only been in on one and you're just not sure, make sure you get a hold of us. Give us your full real name and your PayPal email address so that we can get a bin set up for you so you don't miss out on anything. Because if we don't have your information and you want to buy something that on there that you see that you like, you'll get skipped and somebody else will get that item and then you'll be angry. So don't let that happen to you. Also, if you're typing stuff out, make sure that you're typing the full exact thing and the word sold all in caps, because if you don't, I will take the next person that follows the rules and they'll get it and then you'll be mad. So don't be mad at me. I'm just forewarning you what the rules are. Alright, so that's a little bit of the white and a little bit of that peach, kind of blending out the white a little bit. And then I'm going to add the pink to the outside. And I'm going to give the buds a dark pink too. So now all I'm doing is just adding pink to the very edges, the ends of the petals. There's a couple already done there. Such a difference. It just makes it pop when you put that last pink on there. Now you can use the blending pencil to blend this out if you want, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use it for the bird. Am I doing the Patreon one tonight? Yes, we are. Right after this, from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here. Not on YouTube, though. On the actual Patreon group. It'll be a live Facebook in the patron group. So if you want to get in on that, you have to be a patron and you have to meet us in the group at 6. So this one will probably end about 10-15 minutes early just so we can get ready. Make sure we got all of our ducks in a row. It's a pre-sale, but we're not going to sell out of anything. So if you're thinking, oh, they're going to pre-sell everything tonight and then I won't get anything tomorrow, it's not like that. We're going to give those who support this community a perk of being able to see a few things early tonight for an hour. And we will not sell out of anything. We will have the same stuff and more, plethora more, tomorrow for everyone else. So no worries there. There we go. The flowers are coming along beautifully. Do you have Tim Holtz stuff left? So much you wouldn't believe it. I wish I could take my camera off and just pan, because behind me on the floor, Tim Holtz. It's like Tim Holtz threw up on the entire carpet. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Who else are we missing here? Hunter's Habits came. Hello from Texas. Hey, Jason. Nice to see you again. All right, the bird I just kind of made up as I went along. I put in a little bit of dark brown. What is this called? Yeah, it's actually called literally dark brown. A little bit of this color, which is called goldenrod. And I did a little bit of white on him. Oh, and I did do a little bit of straight orange for his beak and his legs. So we'll do that. Oh, Tim Holtz is going to be showing up. Absolutely. So I'm just coloring in his little feet and his legs and his beak. We'll add a little orange there. It's not a lot, so it's not overwhelming. If it was anything more than that, I think I would have lightened that tone. But it's so minimal when you look at this one that it's not, the orange is not overbearing. Like, it doesn't make him look like a cartoon is what I'm saying. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of make my outline of my white where I want. I made a little outline around his head, a little on the top. I made his little breast here a little bit more white. And then I added a couple of highlights to his tail feathers just to make them stand out. How many of you guys like Jolie's? Because we got Jolie's coming out our ears. I love Jolie's. Oh my goodness. So good, so good. Now I'm just like pretending like there's a little circle there going around his head. And then coming down from his beak, I'm just going to scribble in a little bit of white here. Doesn't matter because I'm going to put some color over the top, so just work it however you want. Scribbling. I mean, the stamp does it all, so all you have to do is add your color, and it's going to be great. Now I'm adding a little bit of that brown. I don't care if it goes a little bit over that white because I don't want that to be stark white. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and use the colorless blender to blend some of that out. But first I'm going to put the dark brown where I want it. I'm going to come in with the dark. Actually, I'm going to put in that little flick of light with white on his eye because that makes his eye stand out a lot. And then I'm going to come in a little bit with that goldenrod. And I'm going to add in some of the goldenrod through my white. Instead of robin redbreast. I know this isn't a robin, but we have a little birdie goldenrod breast. Now I'm going to use the colorless blender. I'm going to try to blend that white and that goldenrod out, so it doesn't look like I just went in and added it into two spots separately. And then white out those little white spots so they're not quite so perfect lines. You know, you don't want perfect lines. And that's how he's turning out. So he's got even a little bit more of a yellowish goldenrod. Laura, you made it! Hey, girly. He's turning out pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to add in a little bit more. No Penny or Susan tonight? Yeah, I don't know where they are. You coming in still?
It's updating.
Oh my gosh. My computer is being a poop, so. Yeah, I don't know where where Susan is tonight. I hope she's okay. So now I'm going to make some of those little loops that his feathers make. And just add a little bit of white there, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out so it doesn't look so stark. It's just got a little bit of a highlight there. Crafty Kitty, hello! So it's totally up to you if you want, you know, more goldenrod, or if you want less, or if maybe you want him to have a different color feather. Let's see if we added a little bit of red. Some little lines of red. We'll see what that does. Blend them out. And that really does blend them out. Like, those little lines disappear, and it just makes a little bit of color added into that. Looks really neat. Let's just give it a second to clear up a bit. It's almost pink, really, but it started out red. So you can make that anywhere you want. Lori, Penny, I know where you are. I want to try and experiment with this one after I do the stick part here, the little branch. I'm going to do a little bit of dark brown, and then I'm going to add a little bit of that goldenrod because it looks like a lighter brown when you mix it with that dark brown. And I'm just going right over the top of it so it mixes itself. And that looks really cool. Thanks, Barbara. Crafty Kitty wants to know, what kind of paper are you crafting on? I'm literally crafting on craft paper. So if you're looking for craft paper, this is a good one to get. Crafty by Coordinations. I think I get these at Joann's. If you watch for sales, you can get them really inexpensive. Crafty. There's a lot of different kind of craft paper, so be aware that the colors vary. I think these are mostly the same, but you can tell, like, this one might be a little bit lighter. They even go darker than this. So be aware when you're picking out craft type paper that there's going to be a variety of different craft brownish colors. Did Joy make it in and I missed her? Alright, I want to experiment, like I said, with this one. So I'm going to add in some blue in the background. I've not done this before. But I'm just going to go ahead and add like an outline to start. And then I'm going to try to blend it out as I go out further from the picture. I just think this will be a really cool, fun look. I mean, if you don't try stuff, how do you know if it's going to work or not? And if you're going to fail often. And then learn something from it and grow. The more you fail, the more you grow. So don't be afraid to try new things. Oh, Crafty Kitty is Joy. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
You learned something tonight. But that's not Joy McCoy, right? It's a different Joy? What am I missing something? Is it still updating?
Yes.
Oh, that computer. So many death of us. Should have bought a new computer. That's what I should have done. We went to a garage sale today. It wasn't there. I don't know if I got the time wrong or the date wrong or what. I think I probably got the date wrong. So maybe tomorrow we'll go out and try to hit some garage sales. I don't know. How many of you guys do garage sales? I love finding crafty garage sales. I think it's cool. So here's how he's turning out. Different joy. Okay. Oh my, Sherry. Okay. Take care of yourself, girl. Woo. Sorry, ladies, I will catch the rest of the rerun. I guess it's going to take longer for the anesthesia to wear off. Yeah, she had surgery. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I get that. I know that feeling well. Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow, girlfriend. I hope everything works out well for you. If you guys aren't in the group, my sister's eye surgery went amazingly well. The best outcome you can get from it, she got. Like instantaneous, better sight. I drove her home from my mom's house and she just couldn't stop oohing and eyeing at all the stuff she could see that she didn't even know she couldn't see. She's like, I didn't even know it was this bad. Oh, that's right. We can't. We'll be doing the garage sale. Right. What am I thinking? I hope they have some open on Sunday. I looked for another lighter blue, but I think this is the lightest blue I have, so I'm going to have to go ahead and shade over this and do my own lighter and darker using the same color and see what I get here. What is that? Did you guys hear that? Weird. Lori, how's your camping thing going? We got good weather today. I really thought it was going to rain. I didn't want to leave Lainey out on the porch, but I thought, oh, I'll chance it. And it got sunny and hot out. I think this is going to make a really neat card. Yeah? You like the blue? Thanks, Suzette. I wasn't sure, but I thought, you know, let's give it a shot, see what we come up with here. Make it a little bit wider in case, I'm not sure how I want to put this on the card yet. That looks cool. Now see the difference if you're just coming in or you forgot what it looked like? That's totally up to you, but there's one that's, you know, without and one with the blue. We could probably add some different colors around there too. Maybe a darker blue. I'm going to add just a little bit of darker blue around certain parts and see how that looks. Oh, that's pretty. Got started me another craze. Gots to have me some more of these pencils. Gots to have more. 24 is not enough. I mean, if you're gonna blow money on some colored pencils, these are the ones. Oh my goodness, I love these. Look at that. That's so pretty. Do I see Penny?
Oh, it's very
pretty. We'll get everything fixed before we come on later because I want Penny to be a part of it. Stupid computer. Okay, that's really cool. We've got 3 to work with now. A 72 set. Oh, you got my number, Suzette. Doesn't that look cool? I really like that dark blue. It makes it really go bow. Pa-pow! We're going to make some cards now. Best part of it. Michelle says, pretty, but will you blend it out? Oh, joy. I'm using Prisma color. They're delicious. Will I blend it out? I can blend it out. Let me use the blender and see what kind of blending we get with this. Ooh. Oh, it feathers out nice. Look at that. Look at that right there. How that dark blue feathered out right there. And right here. Oh, that's nice. Let's do a little bit more of that. Oh my. I'm really liking that. You guys get one of these blender pencils. I'll link you below if we're not already linked. That's crazy cool. That really looks pretty. And if you're coloring on another color, do I have a scrap sheet here? And you get like a dark color on the end of this blender, you can just scribble that color right off onto your paper and then move on, and it'll come right off. And go back to clear. There's a little bit of blue on the end, and scribble that off too. There we go. Yeah, it does. It totally, it just beautifully blends that straight out. I actually really liked the harsh blue, but this is really beautiful too. Look at the difference. Oh, so pretty, right? What a great idea, Michelle. That's gorgeous. This is a colorless blender, Alma, by Prisma. Colorless blender. We'll link that below. The colorless blender. I don't know that I necessarily was thinking about that at the time. Sometimes I over prepare, sometimes I under prepare. It just depends. Here's one that I did earlier. The skin was the hardest because I don't have a lot of skin tones. Never met a blue that I didn't like. Suzette says use sandpaper. Sandpaper for what? Like, I feel like all the tiny little places I had to get in here, I think sandpaper might be a little cumbersome, but maybe you have another idea I'm not thinking of. Yeah, you can totally buy just the colorless blender separate. Yep. Totally. Let's make a couple cards. So I've got these bases because there's already a little bit of white in there. So we're going to pull that white out by putting a little bit of white in the background. But because I did this blue, I'm going to do a little tearing and make this a little bit more, have this a little bit more texture in it. Still going?
Yeah. We're almost halfway there.
Halfway! We're almost halfway done with this video. Oh, to get the color off the blender, I'd rather not use sandpaper. I think that would really take away a lot of the blender pen, and you'd probably use it up a lot quicker than you would need to. But maybe with a really fine grit, that would be okay. That looks really cool, torn off like that. Like I can ink the edges now. You know, it would be pretty. It was white, but we're putting it on white background, so I'm not going to ink the edges white, I don't think. I could ink them a little bit pink. I don't know, I just think that's really pretty. I didn't put out any extra paper, but I want to put a sentiment on there, so that's cool. I have some pink ribbon here that might match too. Maybe put a little bit underneath so there's a little coming out. That would be cute. That would be super cute. Let's go ahead and do that. My scissor. My big pink handled scissor ran away. It's alright. I'll use this one. Huh. See, I'm really good at losing things. If you're going to be good at something, be really good at it. I'm super good at losing shit.
With the box.
That's where?
Outside of the box.
Oh, that's right, because we had to clip off some things. Well, Penny's a genius. She keeps track of all my stuff. Oh, I just showed how to do it. What happened to the paper? I just threw the scrap paper away. When you get color on this, here I'll do some of that blue. When you get color on the end of it, do you see that little bit of blue? You just get a piece of scratch paper and just rub it off. Do you see the blue came off there? And now there's none on the pencil. It's all gone. Like, I don't know why you would want to use a sandpaper, because that would probably grit off more, you know, more of your pencil than you'd want to. You just have to gently color it on a piece of paper and get rid of the color. Hi, Susan Baker. I do need that. Do you want to go grab that pink candle scissor for me? Thanks. I'm going to put this pink on here, but I'm going to need to cut it off. And my pink handle scissor is out there because we are putting together another cart. We've grown with the garage sale, and we want to make sure we have a cart that's going to be able to accommodate everyone and everything that we need. Ah, you rock, Penny. Thanks. So this would go on top. That's cute. I wonder how that would look if we added in some of this to the... I'm just adding a little bit of the blue that we used in the other one. Oh, not that one. Dark blue, not purple. Yeah, a little bit of that dark blue here. I'm just going to blend it out. Cool. Oh, look at that, with that little bit of blue hanging out there. You got stuck in line at the pharmacy? Oh my goodness. I'm going to pop this up. I remember where I put my pop-up tape. I know. It's in here. are working on coloring on Kraft paper, the brown Kraft color paper. Nyoka. So we've got this cute little girl that I did. That's a My Bestie. And we did this bird. And we did the bird a second time with some added bright colors around them so you can see the difference. All on Kraft paper. And it's brilliant, right? But we're using Prisma color pencils today. So let's pop this over the top here. I'm not going to add a sentiment today. I'm just going to make this real simple. This would be a gorgeous card for a sympathy. I never have enough of those. And that's really pretty.
That is pretty.
So I think that maybe we should do one more. We'll use this one that I scribbled on. Do you guys want to vote? Do you want to do the other bird or do you want to do the little girl? Let's vote. I'll give you a second. I know there's a little bit of a lag. This was the stamp that we used for the bird. Ah, Sandy Swanson, I knew you were going to ask. It's a Stamp Abilities. And it came from Hobby Lobby. Let's see what it's called. Cherry Blossom. There you go. If you want the number, pause here and write her down. That's how much it costs. Take your coupon with you. Okay, everyone voted for the girl, so let's go ahead and do the girl. I wish I knew her name. I can't remember it. Ta-da! And I have some other ribbon here that I thought would be really cute with her. To do a really simple card with some trim. Because she's such a little ballerina. And I've never used this one before, so I'm not sure how difficult it's going to be if I cut it. Is it all going to come apart? I don't think so. I'm not sure if I want this to go all the way around her or just have it as an accent. I'm thinking more of an accent. Oh, I'm thinking let's add a black to that. Let's really make her pop. Okay. Oh, look, I did one on the other side and it didn't work out. See? So when you make a mistake, there's always two sides to the paper. Okay. We're going to finish up this card and then end a little early so that we can get prepped for the next live that's happening right after this. It's not going to be on my YouTube. It's going to be in the patron secret group. So if you are a patron and you want to check out the pre-sale, feel free to do that. It's we're not going to sell out of anything, so everything that you see will be available tomorrow as well. Make sure my opening's going the right way. I've done that too many times. Oh, that's pretty. I think I'm going to use this as an accent. But I'm going to double her up. Hi, Diane Arns. I thought you said I had a bad day. Then I reread it. Hi, sorry I'm late. I'm a bad lady. Bad lady. Smack on you. Thanks, Nayoka. Anybody can do it. As you saw, if you didn't see, rewind it. It's not hard coloring. A bunch of scribbling and just, you know, putting color in the place where you want it. I always want to be inspirational to you guys. I don't want anything to seem so hard that you can't try it. I'm doubling her up because I have an idea for a sentiment that I might add later. Kathy, if you go back and pause the video, or if I get a second here, I may re-show it. Hi, Peggy. So she's doubled up because I'm going to put that trim on. And I want to have a place, I want to put the sentiment popped up too, but I don't want it to be higher than what she is. So I doubled her. And then this is going to go here. Has a tiny bit of a stretch to it. I'm going to use double-sided sticky. I think this is a tad bit stronger than the ATG in my opinion. I could be wrong. In my mind, it's stronger. If you're the one calling me from New York, I don't know you, so I'm not answering the phone. Oh, there's Susan Baker. Naoka thought you said that you were a bag lady. Thank you, Susan. If you want to become a patron so you can see those pre-sales and get in on all the fun stuff that we do that you don't see in the regular group, you can join us by using that link that Susan Baker just popped up to Patreon. There's so much more I could add to this card. But we got to finish her up here so that we can rock out the next live. So this would, I'm gonna do like a little sentiment that's gonna go like right here, and I'll be able to pop it up because I doubled her. You know, she's on some pretty thick foam there. But I like this. It's got the little sequins on it, so I'll probably pop in maybe a couple other sequins on here to round out the card. Here's one of the original pictures that we colored today. There's the one we finished with the blue. That's really pretty. Thanks, Sandy Swanson. That was so nice of you. So that's what we got there today. Hi, Jane. We're just ending it. Ending a little early because we've got a live going on for the patrons right after this in the Patreon group. Alrighty. Hope you guys will try this out. If you do, I'll put an album in Quality Crafts on Facebook so that you can put your makes in the album and we can be inspired by everyone else's ideas of how and what to do on craft paper related to using dark cardstock in different ways. Alright, other than that, check out the blog, and we have... Oh, Hobby Lobby doesn't have it. Are they old? Is it old? Mm-hmm. Maybe not Hobby Lobby online. Maybe check out your local Hobby Lobby. I don't know. I'll look for it too. If I can find it, I'll link you guys. Yeah, so check out our blog at Jen's. I'm totally blindly forgetting everything today. jensqualitycrafts.blogspot.com. There, I got it. And then we'll see the patrons right after this for 1 hour of pre-sale. So if you want to get in on the pre-sales, you want to join us on Patreon. that link was put up, patreon.com/qualitycrafts. And you're welcome. Alrighty guys, we'll see you then, and we'll see you tomorrow for the huge online crafty garage sale, and then every week after that is always Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I can't wait to see you guys next video.